Welcome back to Vault Hunters. Last time I upgraded my pickaxe with ornate, living, and gilded affinity, and today I want to add wooden affinity to it. I have this flawless jewel with mining speed, pulverizing, and wooden affinity, but it is 34 in size, and I only have 25 capacity left on my chromatic iron pick. So I can either find myself another jewel with wooden affinity that's smaller, or I can use a jewel cutting station to make the one I already have smaller. I don't have all the materials I need for it yet. I need some more Larimar, and I only have 11, so either way, I gotta run more vaults to find what I need. Okay, so I'm gonna start running vaults until I either find myself a wooden affinity jewel I can use, or until I get enough Larimar to build myself the jewel cutting station. Okay, just 2 runs in and we are successful. I was able to not only find a wooden affinity that has the right size, but I also got a whole bunch of Larimar on that last vault with that one stone room in the beginning. And go ahead and throw that onto the pickaxe, and there we go. We've got all the chests on one pickaxe. The only thing that can make this better now would be if I could get coins too, but unfortunately, only 2 capacity left. So... yeah, I don't think anything else is going on here. But it's a good pickaxe. It's definitely a good early game one, and I think I'm going to keep it just as a pickaxe. I'm not going to... I obviously can't add axing or shoveling to it. Next quest is to make a vault forge, where we can make new vault gear. The recipe is going to be a bunch of chromatic steel, some vault essence, netherite ingot, and a blast furnace. I'm going to need to make a bunch of the chromatic steel, so we can do that with carbon. So we make refined carbon first, and then add chromatic iron ingots to that. And I do have a bit of netherite from the vaults too. So chromatic steel, blast furnace, netherite, and essence. And there's the vault forge. So this works pretty much the same way that the tool station does. It's going to have all of the different ingredients listed here, and then we can craft different items from that. And we can also do trinkets once we unlock those. All of the materials can be placed over here, and then we will craft with the button right here. Next up is making an artisan station. For that, we're going to need more chromatic steel, another netherite ingot, an anvil, and some vault essence. And I should have everything I need to make that happen. All right, that should be all the materials we need. And we got the artisan station. That one is done. So the next quest is just to use the artisan station. We're going to need some vault plating, some vault bronze, and I'm just going to use one of these magnets. Throw that in, throw in all of the materials, along with a wild focus, and we can put in all kinds of different focuses too.
And the wild focus is going to reroll all of the prefix and suffix modifiers.
That quest is complete. Okay, next up, we got to make a vault recycler. We got everything we need to make the recycler, and there we go. For the sake of it, I will just throw in a magnet there, and as you can see, it'll recycle the gear and spit out some materials. And that makes another task finished. So it looks like the last utility block for now is going to be the alchemy table, which lets us modify our potions. And that is a big, strange, complicated recipe we got going there. So I'm going to go ahead and go grab those materials. Okay, I've got all the materials we need now. I'll go ahead and throw that all in. And alchemy table. Do I need to use it to actually do it? Nope, I just need acquire. Perfect. The next quest is pretty simple. Just make a plain hamburger. I think I just need 2 buns and a patty, right? That should be able to make a hamburger. Oh, I just need 1 bun? Perfect. Let's go. That completes the quest and gives me 10 hamburgers. We'll go ahead and eat one just for the sake of it. And the next quest is just to reach level 10. That means it's time to run another vault. That makes an easy level 10.
Quest is complete. Now that I'm at level 10, I have access to different types of vaults. And the next quest is to apply a sage seal to a crystal to guarantee an elixir vault.
We'll take the seal that we got from the last objective and apply that to the crystal to get an elixir rush crystal. So now on the next vault that we run, it'll be guaranteed to be an elixir vault, which basically just means that I need to get little energy points from killing mobs and opening chests. Now the next quest is going to be to acquire a regret orb. So the regret orbs are going to let us go back on our decisions as far as abilities and talents go. I think that I got one from one of the vaults. Yep, there we go. Quest complete. And that'll give me 4 extra too. Next quest, perfecting jewels. If I didn't find a jewel that would have fit onto my pickaxe, I would have had to take one of these that are a bit bigger in size, and I would have had to make them smaller on the jewel cutting station, which can impact the rarity and quality of the gems. Okay, there is the recipe for the jewel cutting station, and we'll go ahead and grab ourselves one of those. Thing I need to do here specifically, so we'll just go back to the quest book and go with complete. Next quest is the black market. Oh, and that's a pretty big reward with 256 soul shards. Okay, the black market's really cool. So the soul shards we've been collecting this whole time, almost 1,000 of them. We can trade them at the black market, this block, for different items, rare items. Sometimes it's good loot, sometimes it's armor. It all depends what's available. And it's a pretty cheap recipe too. All right, we'll go ahead and craft one of those up. Stick it on the end and... honestly, not the best deal. But that'll change soon. It'll reset in 11 minutes. I'm not sure what the total reset time is. I think it's once per day or something like that. And if you choose the market or expertise, you can re-roll the trades a couple of times depending on what your level is. Speaking of expertise, I'm actually going to go ahead and just upgrade one more level to fortunate. Next up, we need to acquire a soul diffuser. All right, that should be everything we need to build the diffuser. There we go. Bang. So now that we can take items that we don't need from inside the vault, like this wood chunk, throw them into the diffuser, and they will give us some soul dust. 9 soul dust equals 1 soul shard. And then those soul shards are used to buy stuff here at the black market. Another quest complete. Now the next quest is using the identification stand, which I've never seen before, used before, but it seems pretty straightforward. It'll just identify all of the gear that you have in your inventory. What is the recipe for that? That's not too bad. Okay, and we will go ahead and throw that recipe all together, get an identification stand, and boom. We officially have no more space in our line of stuff. So there's so much different items to use in this mod pack. Well, I made the thing, so I might as well take all of my unidentified gear and use it. Oh. Wow. That was kind of cool. Okay, this is the one I wanted to get to, was using knowledge. So we need to craft a knowledge star. And I think I'm going to use my first knowledge point on something for looting. I can get double pouches with that. And then after that, I can get belts and then backpacks and then big backpacks. It won't be unlimited space in the pouches, but with a shulker box, maybe 2, that'll be plenty of space. It'll make it really easy to loot. My plan here is to focus on really getting the best vault hunting setup I can so that I can move as quickly as possible when I really start to get into building tools, combat stuff, and storage things and base building stuff. Right now, all that stuff kind of on the back burner. I really want to make sure I'm really, really lock solid inside the vault. So we need to find all of the knowledge essence that I have lying around. I'm also going to need the beniotite. It's going to take 16 total for every single knowledge star that you craft. Then we're going to take all of the knowledge essence and craft them into knowledge shards and surround the extraordinary benitoite,
Beniotite. We'll surround the extraordinary Beniotite with diamonds. That'll give us a knowledge core. Take the knowledge core, surround it by knowledge shards, and that will give us a knowledge star. So now we just right click with the knowledge star and we get 1 unspent knowledge point. Press H, go to the far right tab. I'm going to go ahead and just spend it on double pouches. Before I do any more vault running, I want to make myself a double pouch. So I'm going to go ahead and run the single pouch. And now I'll use that in my first pouch to make a double pouch. Sometimes it's hard for me to make decisions on things like this, but I'm trying to just go with it. And whatever decision I make, I'm sure it'll work out for me in the end. Or I'll regret it and I'll have to figure out some way to change it. That's fine. All right, now I just need to reach level 20. Oh, and I'll get a knowledge star when I do. Okay, you know what that means. More vaults. That was definitely a solid run, but now that I have 4 unspent skill points, I think I'm going to unlock myself 1 level of speed. I've made it to level 16 and I've collected myself enough resources to make 3 knowledge stars, and that should give me enough knowledge points to unlock the belts version of the backpacks mod. So to fully upgrade to the full loot belt, I need 2 double pouches, a bunch of other materials, and a pog. Unfortunately, I definitely don't have all the gems that I need to make a pog. So hopefully by the time I hit level 20, I'll have collected enough materials from inside the vaults, and then we can upgrade to the full loot belt. I'm going to spend the expertise point on unbreakable so that my gear lasts a bit longer. And then I'm going to upgrade myself on strength, and I'm going to upgrade my vein miner. I did it. Level 20. I know that I'm level 20, that means I no longer have beginner's grace inside the vaults. So if I die, I don't keep my stuff. I lose it. Well, there's a way to get it back, but we'll get there. I'm also going to start finding treasure and dungeon doors inside the vault, which I don't really know anything about. And there's a whole lot more than that to come along as we start to level up more and more. I'm going to go ahead and claim my reward for reaching level 20. And I'll see you guys next time.